What's up everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, the best place to learn about real estate in a very fun and interesting way. This time around, we're talking about tenants. Now in real estate, having a tenant is very important because they are the one that's generating for you the rental yield for your real estate in the first place. And finding a tenant is pretty easy, but how about finding a good tenant? Now that's like finding a needle in a haystack, and it can be a real pain in the butt. So what usually happens when you're trying to find a tenant? Your agent lists your place, they bring potential tenants over, just some random doohickey, you don't like them, you waste your time, you waste the agent's time, you waste the random doohickey's time. Everyone just loses. There's just got a better way of handling it, and there is. If you want to be reeling in the right tenant, just like fishing, you have to get the right bait. Here's 3 baits that will help you reel in the right and the best tenant for your space. Let's get into it. The first bait is conditional advertising. When you actually list your place on the market, don't say, look, you should get my place because it has the best views in town, or maybe it's the cheapest rents, this place has the cheapest rent in the neighborhood, you should definitely get this place. What you should say instead is, look, this place is a perfect place for office workers working at the nearby ABC Business Park, or this place is ideal for small families. Depending on the pros and cons of your space, you can word it accordingly. You can see that how you frame your listing helps you to create a natural filter on what type of tenants you're going to get. If you're going to be renting it cheap and if you're going to be highlighting these particular features, it's going to be a very wide casted net. When you have a bit of conditional advertising, your results will be drastically different. And this brings me on to point number 2. How do tenants actually perceive you? You see, I think a lot of people forget that as much as you are judging a tenant based on their sloppy attire or their smelly, unwashed clothes, they're doing the same thing to you. So you should make it a good impression for them as well. Do a little bit of home staging, dress up a little bit nicer, when you're facing the tenant. It's sort of like going on a first date actually. You want to have a good impression for them, they want to make a good impression on you. So if the tenant has a very good first impression of you and perceives you at a higher value, they're going to perceive your real estate at a higher value as well, especially if you do home staging. I would know this from experience, trust me. Really helps. By now, if you start seeing your tenant profile start to get better, start to improve, you can see that, they make quite good money, quite decent amount of money. You can start to see the, a relationship that can work long term. You can start to, wait, am I talking about again? But you actually haven't caught the fish yet. And this leads me to point number 3, which is on compromise. So in fishing, when you land a bite, you don't just reel the fish in and just keep like, alright, come on. You actually do more than that, right? You reel, then you pull. You reel, then you pull. Same thing with your tenant. And I can understand that for certain works like drillings, it can be quite risky for you as a landlord, but just think about it, if you loosen up just a little bit, it'll be much easier for you to secure these good tenants. Bonus tip, this is for people who already have a very good tenant. Try to build a good relationship with them from the very start. It's very likely if they like you and they're about to leave, they are probably going to refer to you a very good tenant as well, only if you ask about it, of course. That's the end of the video. I hope this improves your next tenant hunt. And if you found anything useful in this video, drop a like or subscribe. And see you guys in the next video.